Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today, we finna react to the best R&B albums of 2024. Now, we reacted to a channel that did this before. I reacted to a channel that put out the best R&B albums of each year. Obviously, Confessions should have been on. Obviously, nothing was touching Confessions that year. Let's be for real. 2004, nothing's touching Confessions. But the rest of it, Jesus Christ, the rest of that video was terrible. So yeah, that was the last R&B video we reacted to. So yeah, hopefully this one will be interesting because I'm definitely willing to. I'm definitely willing to pack niggas up today. But anyways, though, without further ado, let's get right into this.
With the top 10 R&B joints of 2004.
All right, let's get it. All right, I ain't mad at it. But was this 2004? Wait. Was this 2004? Low key, I think this was 03. But I might be wrong.
Coming in at number 10, it might be at the bottom of the list, not at the bottom of our hearts because the album is dope. Tamia's More album. I know this one is remembered somewhat fondly today, but mainly because of the singles. We had Officially Missing You, one of my favorite songs from her. The joint with Fabulous that she did. But as an overall project, it kind of gets lost in the shuffle of her more higher profile releases, and I understand that. If I'm ranking Tamia albums, which I might do one day on here on the channel, I wouldn't put this near the top, but it's still very good because when you're as talented as Tamia, everything is dope, trust me. And this album is one of those instances. We have the big singles, but the album cuts are really what hold this together. So people may go back for it to hear the big songs, but if you stay around long enough, you're gonna hear some dope album cuts as well. A really good album at a time where R&B was still clicking on all cylinders. We were probably taking it for granted, but Tamia wasn't. This was a good.
Okay, yeah, this came out in 04. This definitely came out in 04.
In at number 9 is Janet Jackson and Damita Jo, an infamous album in her discography. I know most of y'all know the story. I'm not gonna get in the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna get on the just.
Yeah. She was on an album run. Then that Super Bowl moment happened. Then that bitch ass nigga Justin Timberlake didn't stand up for her. You ripped her titty out. You the one that did it. She didn't do it. You ripped it out. But then everybody had to start this agenda and say, oh, you know, Janet has always been very sexualized with her music. So who's to say that she didn't do this? What? You saw it with your fucking hand. You saw it with your own 2 fucking eyes. You saw it. The man put his hand on her titty and then ripped the shit off, bruh. Exposed the whole titty. I remember I was watching that. My grandma immediately put my head down. She's like, boy, don't look at that. My grandma immediately told. I was in the living room with my grandma at her house, nigga. It said, I'm gonna have you naked by the end of this song. Put the titty out. My grandma said, boy, don't look at that. Don't look at that. She put my head down. I said, damn, grandma, hurt my neck and everything. But they blamed her for that, and Justin Timberlake went on to go have a successful career. Meanwhile, they blackballed Janet for this shit, and it wasn't even her fault. We gotta protect the white boy, but destroy the black woman. See. That's what I be talking about. This the shit that I be talking about, my brothers and sisters. My brothers and sisters. This is what I be talking about, my brothers and sisters. But y'all want to still go to the white man, my brothers and sisters. The white man.
I'm not going to talk about blackballing, but the fact of the matter is when this album dropped, there was just so much noise going on that a lot of people weren't paying attention to it, and that's a shame.
Yeah.
Because it is very strong. After a few years of doing more pop-oriented stuff, Janet was like, I'm gonna go back to that Janet early '90s era and hit y'all with some straight up smooth R&B, and that's why this album is so strong. We got a little bit in her most recent album from a few years ago. But
Justin is a fucking disgusting human being.
R&B Janet, and it works so well with Damita Jo. So many, just like Tamia, so many album cuts that don't get talked about enough. I love the single with Kanye, of course, but there's so much other stuff here of substance that makes it for a complete listening experience. So forget the drama. I don't want to hear about the drama. I don't want to hear about how this would have went 6 times platinum if not for Nipplegate or whatever. We're gonna celebrate what we have, and what we have is a dope album from one of the best.
I don't know nothing about Prince. I don't think I listen to anything Prince related.
Y'all don't talk about enough, so we're gonna talk about it right.
I've never listened to any of Prince's 2000 albums. Any album he's put out in the 2000s, I have not listened to. I've only gone up to his 90s work. His 90s work is where I stopped at. Because Prince got like 400 fucking albums, bro. I'm not sitting through that shit. No. At some point you gotta take a break, my brother. I get why he was doing it, but at the same time, it's too much, bro. Prince catalog is way too bloated, bro.
Here today, that's Prince's Musicology album. This album has a legacy, I'm going to say sort of like Janet's, but a bit like Janet's, because he was coming off of a time of a lot of controversy. You know, Prince controversy. Some of y'all gonna catch that on the way home. But this album really was a comeback for our boy, because he had so much stuff going on that the actual music was getting lost in the conversations. And Prince had to remind y'all, he's still that dude, and he did it on Musicology. I love Prince albums because you never know what the heck is going on. Sometimes it's going to be funk. Sometimes it's going to be R&B. Sometimes it's going to be hip hop. Sometimes it's going to be rock. This one is a lot more rooted in R&B as far as a few more of the other projects he had been doing recently and would do afterward. But this was a great return to form for Prince. So show Prince some love with this one. I think it's also his highest selling album since Diamonds and Pearls. So not only was it a critical success, it's commercial too, because, you know, it is a business, y'all, as much as you like to remind me. Regardless, that man stood on business on this album. This one is another keeper.
Hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
Get that sorry ass nigga out of here! You suck!
Coming in at number 7, a man with quite the reputation these days among R&B fans, John Legend, Get Lifted, his first album. there was so much hype around John Legend in 2004, and this album was one of those albums that was extremely hyped up because Alicia Keys was just coming off of her big run, and I remember saying, this is the male Alicia Keys. This dude can sing and plays piano. An artist who sings and plays an instrument. What crazy times are these?
Don't you ever in your motherfucking life disrespect Alicia Keys like that. Don't you ever in your motherfucking life disrespect Alicia Keys like that.
That shit is fucking trash, dog. Get the fuck off the airwaves.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. This nigga is nowhere near Alicia Keys. Stop it. Stop it.
Oh no! This is, y'all think it's bad today. It was getting weird in 2004. Anyway, John Legend came with a lot of high expectations, and he met them on this album. We know what has happened today, where he has kind of gotten away from the sound that made him who he is, and this new stuff, and he sounded like a lounge singer, and I'm falling asleep, and all of me is all of you. All I want is to go to bed. It sounds so boring. But before we got there, we had this album, Get Lifted, where he was so focused, so fresh on the scene. We had Kanye, who was not yet had lost his mind, and he was really guiding him along as well. This album still holds up. Definitively, in my opinion, John Legend's best album. To be fair, in 2004, I was a little let down because people had hyped it up so much. I just knew we were going to get a 5-star classic. 5 stars it is not. But regardless of that, judging it on its own, it's a great album that holds up. And honestly, he peaked at the first.
I could have sworn this came out of 06. Late 05 at best, but 06. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I could have sworn this came out like 06, 05 though.
Coming in at number 6 is Lyfe Jennings' debut. And let me tell you,
But I ain't gonna lie though. This shit fire. This shit fire. This album is fucking fire. This album is fucking fire. The topics that he speaks on, real hood nigga shit. The topics that this man speaks on his album is real hood nigga shit, bro. Lyfe was spitting nothing but straight facts, bro. Straight facts on this album.
tell y'all something. Get good friends in your life. I have a story about this album. So Lyfe Jennings debuted 2004, 2003, something like that on BET. Had this song called Stick Up Kids. I was not a fan. It was the usual R&B thug. Oh, I sing R&B, but I'll kill you, blah, 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 blah. And it just didn't do much for me because we had seen enough of that R&B thug stuff. So I was not really moved. But a friend of me and my soon-to-be wife talked about how great this album was, and he gifted us a copy of this album. And I was blown away. I love this album so much more than I expected. Why? Because it was like modern day blues. Lyfe Jennings, as most of you know, and the whole theme of this album, he has spent years in jail. He's rebounded from that incarceration. He was the guy in jail who was always singing, and people were like, dude, you're gonna be a big star. Go blow up, get out of here. And he did that for a little while, but he did do that, and this was the album that was the pinnacle of that. He came out, he just told his story, and the authenticity, y'all, of these songs. Songs like She Got Kids, you come out with that song today, y'all gonna take.
That's my favorite song on there because that's some real shit. That's some real shit. Niggas be really going through this shit, man. Hey, man, this motherfucking album right here, this is real nigga shit. That's my favorite song off this entire album, bro. She Got Kids. That shit go hard to the paint, bro.
him up on every trash relationship podcast, but listen to what the man is saying. He's not insulting a woman. He's saying, I don't feel like I am responsible enough in my life right now to raise somebody else's kids, so I don't want to pursue that relationship.
Real nigga
That
shit,
level
man.
of maturity we don't have in songs, and also we don't have level of maturity between our ears because people don't listen. The point is, he was bringing really adult conversations to the table, just thrown over this very soulful backdrop. I think this album is very, very, very underrated. One of the most underrated ones for this era. And
Criminally underrated. You know when they say criminally underrated albums, this is the definition of criminally underrated, bro. If you listen to it from start to finish and just hear the songs and hear the stories and hear what he's talking about in the subject matter, yo, you would listen to this and be like, damn, you would low key put this in your top 10. Low key. Me personally, I put it in my top 5. Because it's just real nigga shit all around from start to finish. Now, is it the best? I ain't saying it's Usher Confessions level of fucking R&B. No, I would never say that. But like, if you listen to it, bro, it's real shit on here, bro. Real shit. Like, you gotta listen to it. I don't know if it would resonate. Some songs would resonate with the female or with the women. Some songs will resonate with the women, but it's mostly like for niggas, bro. It's mostly like for niggas that's just out here just trying to get by day to day, bro. Like dead ass. If you really listen to it.
honestly, he's one of the most underrated artists. We know the drama that would follow years after that and still to this day. But if we just stand and celebrate the music, this one is worthy of celebration.
This wasn't her best project, but it was alright. It was decent.
All right, coming in at number 5. I know some of y'all are gonna feel me on this one. Some of y'all might have wanted it even higher. It's Brandy's Aphrodisiac. So there was an interesting era for Brandy because Brandy, even prior to 2004, always had this image, this good girl, this kind of America's sweetheart image. I almost want to compare it to Taylor Swift, but y'all will kick me off of YouTube for saying that. I'm not saying that she's exactly like Taylor Swift, but the image that she had of being like this girl next door, girl that everybody loves, you can take home to your mama, that was kind of always Brandy's image for her first 3 albums. This album is the album she got hood on, y'all. And some people were taken aback. And working with Timbaland was a different sound for her because everyone was so used to Dark Child and that sound specifically for Brandy. And folks don't like change. But I thought this change was for the better because it showed needed growth for her sound. We heard songs from her.
This nigga Amir almost made me choke on this fucking bruh. This nigga Amir made me almost choke, bruh. When you why you type that? Why did you type that, bruh? You damn near made me choke. Hey, why did you type? Yo. Oh my god, bro! I almost choked on fucking fruit shit, bro. Fuck.
That we had never heard before. I remember an interview with Timbaland. He was like, "Y'all, I can't wait for y'all to hear this album. I got Brandy sounding so ghetto," and I was like, "What is this about to be?" I mean, he wasn't wrong, but it works. It really works and puts another layer of her artistry. And because, of course, it's Brandy, she sounds incredible on every song. This album, I know, has I won't say a mixed reputation. Some people either really like it or some people think it's the best thing she's ever done. I wouldn't go that far. But This is arguably my favorite Brandy album, one that holds up a little bit better on repeat listens more so than the albums that follow it, for sure. And one that's definitely a star in her catalog.
I don't remember a lot of songs from 2004, but I feel like this should be like in the top 3.
All right, we're in at number 4 for 2004. See what I did right there? And it is Jill Scott's Beautifully Human Volume 2. A lot of people think this is her best album, and it's hard to argue against that. This and the debut are on equal footing for me. I would put the debut maybe an edge above it, just for like some legacy reasons. But this album is very good. Her sophomore album, there's no slump here. She knocked this one out of the park and retained the consistency that she has been known to have. I really can't say much about it because if you know a Jill album, you know what Jill brings to the table every time. That soul that sounds like soul food. Like it just sounds like collard greens and cornbread and just warms your soul. It's just like something to it, but there's also a realness. It doesn't feel forced or fake, and every song just resonates, and the storytelling that she does on it just hits very hard. This album has such a strong legacy. Again, people often say it's her best, and those who say that, I can't argue against it because it's that high on the bar of quality. I think that of the albums of 2004, this one is, actually since it's number 4 on the list, obviously it's dope. But the thing that makes it stand out more so than albums that I talked about a little bit earlier on the list, with maybe the exception of John Legend, is that it has such a
Stop mentioning this trash ass nigga to somebody great. Stop. No. Stop comparing this trash ass nigga to some of these amazing artists, bro. Some of the most amazing artists, some of the amazingest albums, and you compare John Legend to this shit. Stop. No.
strong legacy for Jill's discography. When you think about Jill, you think about that cutesy little album cover of Baby Jill. You think about the debut, but those two in my eyes are synonymous with Jill Scott, and this album's reputation is a reputation it deserves. An absolute winner for Jill for 2004.
Honorable mention. Before we get to the top 3, that's crazy.
All right, before we hit the top 3, we're going to go through and we're going to do a couple honorable mentions just so y'all don't get mad at me because I left off your favorite album. I didn't forget it. I only had 10 spots, so we're going to do what it do. My boy D-Roth is going to show y'all right now 5 albums that almost made the list, but if you haven't heard them, definitely are worth your time.
That Fantasia one. That Fantasia one is probably. That Fantasia one is probably more worthy of being on this list than any of these albums. Mario Turning Point, that shit wasn't. That shit ain't hit, bro. Like, aside from You Should Let Me Love You, aside from that song, a lot of songs on here are misses, bro. I've never heard. I haven't listened to a John B album since I think his second or third project. I'm not sure. I never heard this one. Carl Thomas, not my cup of tea. Get the fuck out of here. And I don't know who the fuck Josh Sloan is. I don't know who the fuck this is. You can put a gun to my head and tell me to name one of her songs. Might as well just pull the trigger, my boy. Might as well just pull the trigger, big dog, because you wasting your time. I wouldn't know not a fucking song from this person. But Fantasia definitely is worthy of being on this list.
3 time, and we're here with number 3, Tidra Moses, Complex Simplicity. This is part 2 of Get Good Friends in Your Life. So in 2003, I would say it was, her single Be Your Girl would often play on Midnight Love. I miss Midnight Love. Shout out to Midnight Love. I'd always watch it when I got home from work because, yes, I got home from work at midnight those days. So this song played regularly. I liked it. I can't.
That's what I'm asking. Who the fuck is this? I need to hear a song. Matter of fact, hold on real quick. Hold on. We not just finna we not just finna do this. We not just finna let you do this, my brother. We not just finna let you do this. Hell no. Who the fuck is Teacher? I need to hear a song. I need to hear a song right now. Okay. I remember this. I remember her now. Okay. All right. That's all I need to hear. I can't confirm nor deny that, Amir. I can't confirm nor deny that, but he is very low on the he is very low on a very low level. I'm saying though, at number 3 over Jill Scott album, nah, bro. I'm putting Jill Scott over this. Fuck that.
Say that I loved it, but I liked it. It was cool, and I had a friend that was like, "You have to hear this Tidra Moses album. It's incredible." And I'm like, okay. Again, this is 2004. We had plenty of options. It's not like we're dying for good music. Eventually, this friend gifted me this album, and I was blown away. The single is probably the worst song, and the single is not a bad song at all. Don't tell Tidra I said it's bad. It's not bad. Song's dope, Tidra. But there are so many good songs on this album. It is such a complete listening experience. It's crazy to me that this woman did not become a superstar off the back of this album. I know we know why, because you don't have to be talented to be a star these days. Just look at the Grammy nominations. Jay-Z won't lie to y'all. Some of them didn't deserve to be there. Regardless, the point is this album is what we celebrate now, and it is incredible. I mean, Rescue Me, Caught Up, You'll Never Find, which to me features one of the best Jadakiss verses ever. This is Jadakiss we're talking about. Such an incredible album from You Better Tell Her. Like, that song, if that dropped today, that would be a TikTok smash hit. Because she's just cussing out some girl in the club. I love it. Such a fun album, filled with so much personality, so well written as well, and just shows every facet of Tidra's talent. And of course, she's still around today. She's still doing her thing. I love her to death. But this is the album that'll always be high on her legacy, and the one that makes me so sad that so many people missed out on. Do not miss out on this album, y'all. Go check it out.
What happened to Alicia Keys? What happened to Alicia Keys? I thought Alicia Keys dropped this year. Am I smoking on that good or that finest of that pure shit? I could have swore. Don't get me wrong, this is not a bad album, but number 2? Nah, it's got to be Usher Confessions. It's got to be Usher Confessions at number 1. Number 1 got to be Usher Confessions. But I could have sworn Alicia Keys dropped. I could have sworn Alicia Keys dropped an album this year, or maybe I'm smoking on the finest of shits. This is a good album, but Top two? Top two? I'm not putting this above Life Jennings album. I'm not putting this above Life Jennings album. This is not nowhere near. This ain't even in the field of Life Jennings album. Okay, so Diary of Alicia Keys was 03. Okay, all right. I'll just making sure. I was making sure. You know, Mandela effect. Mandela effect. It happens. Mandela effect. I could have sworn that shit came out in 04. But, you know, Mandela effect. You know, shit happens. I'm definitely not saying this is better than Life Jennings album. Yeah, that's why. It came out super late in 2003. That's why. Cause like I'm thinking Alicia Keys was 04. Cause you don't know my name. Round and round we go. That shit ran 2004. That shit ran 2004. That one song alone. But yeah. I mean, I guess though, it's his list, but I'm not putting Destiny's Child album over Life Jennings album. Not even in the fucking ballpark of Life Jennings album. Or Jill Scott album.
All right, top two time, and we're in at number 2 with Destiny's Child, Destiny Fulfilled. I always hear a lot of fans talk about the Destiny's Child legacy and how the Writings on the Wall is the best thing that's ever done. I love Writings on the Wall. It's a great album. But to me, it's no contest. If we're talking about the best album of Destiny's Child, it is this album for sure. That album had the hits. This one has everything else. Everything you need for a good album. And it has the hits.
I will admit that this album may not have had the hits like the other one did, but the consistency plus the hits, I ain't gonna lie, this probably might be in the argument for their best album. It's not, I wouldn't definitively say it is, but it's right there. Hell yeah. Hey man, Kelly Rowland aging like fine wine, boy. You seen Kelly Rowland as a lately? Shit. Kelly Rowland is aging like fine wine, bro. Black. Man. Damn, I wish my fucking computer didn't fucking. I gotta find it now. Hold on. That woman aging like fine wine out here in these streets. I don't see it. Where's it at? Where that? I need you. Please, I need you. I'm telling y'all, bro. When it comes to Kelly Rowland, boy, it come to Kelly Rowland.
Put your pussy lips on live, I'll give you $1,000.
It has the incredible vocals. The writing is well done. The production, I mean, they singing over I Ain't Wannabes. What? Why is this happening? And they're all coming together to have these celebrations of womanhood and maturity as well. You listen to a song like Girl and Free, there's so much being said. Even Is She the Reason? Like, you gotta celebrate the positivity and standing up for yours on songs like that. I adore this album, and even though there are songs that I know that women can listen to and probably it'll hit way harder than this old stinky dude, I think that the writing is so well that even us brothers can listen to it and be like, okay, I feel what they're saying on this one. The only thing that I think holds this one back from the number 1 spot on this list, as we'll get to, is legacy, because I would say, and this is going to start some fights when I get to the next album.
Bruh, be fucking for real, bruh. Nothing was touching Usher this year. Bruh, be fucking for real, bruh. You don't have to explain it, bruh. Nothing in 2004 was touching Usher. Nigga, from Yeah to My Boo. From Yeah to My Boo. Usher had 04 on fucking lock. Nobody was touching 04. Let's just be fucking for real, bro. You don't have to explain, bro.
I would say that it's almost as good as that. But number one is number one for a reason. This one is the best Destiny's Child album. I think it's better than any album Beyonce has put out solo as well. I said what I said. You can cancel me in the comments. I don't care. Yo.
Nah, Buddhist man for that. That comment right there, Buddhist man.
Boo this man! Y'all can get on your yeehaw agenda later. But the point is, make sure you listen to this album if you haven't. It's incredible and the best thing Destiny's Child has done. The only reason I want a Destiny's Child reunion is because they ended with this. And I'm like, man, with 20 years of experience and lived experiences and just talent and growth, what could y'all give me in 2024? Because if it's the level of this, we talking about something. Y'all make that reunion happen. I'm with it.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, man. It wasn't even up for debate, bro. It wasn't even up for debate, bro. It wasn't even a debate, bro. Stop it. We don't have to say anything less, bro. Just play the music.
Yeah. We all mine. Yeah. Come on.
Come on, bro. We don't even got to debate it, bro. It's not even up for debate.
And to no surprise of anybody watching this video, the number one R&B album for 2004 is Usher's Confessions. Quite arguably the last R&B classic. Well, I won't go that far because there are a few that you can make arguments for in more recent years, but probably the last definitive one, and definitely the only one that you can count on one hand. We haven't had more than 4 or 5 in the past 20 years. This one sets the bar for a reason. There's not much I can say. If you're watching this video and you know Usher, you know this album, you know how landmark it is, you know that from years on, even with the release of his new album this year, everybody wants a Confessions 2. Everyone wants something as good as this. That bar is too high. It's not going to be reachable.
Yeah. You have to understand the time frame we was in. 2004. This man is coming off a breakup with Chili. That's all over the news. It's all in the tabloids. We don't know why they broke up, but there's speculations. He drops this album. He banks off of that. He takes that negative publicity, turns it into this fucking masterpiece. You can't replicate this shit. Like, real talk, you cannot replicate this time. This is like when the internet was still in its infancy, bro. Like, the internet wasn't as accessible back then as it is today. So, like, the move that they made, the marketing strategy that they used to sell this album, you cannot replicate that in today's time. You'd be lucky to even you'd be lucky to even get like 300,000 copies sold in a month. You'd be lucky to even get that. Let alone with this album sold in its first, nigga, what? Yeah, you can't replicate this type of this type of marketing strategy for an album, bro. You can't, bro. The bar is too high for this one.
Not gonna be able to get an album of this caliber at this level. I thought the new album was good. Not gonna be Confessions, and it shouldn't be. This album is just great because it is sort of like we talked about with Tidra. It is all facets of Usher. You got the ballads, you've got the radio cuts. I didn't like Yeah, but I can't deny it was a hit. You got the radio cuts that have become legendary on its own right. You've got the album cuts that still hit and stand strong. You've even got the silly things like the superstar ad-libs and stuff that have taken on a life of its own. Bad Girl, what y'all know about a supermodel? Things like that just are able to kind of permeate pop culture because it is all lived in this album. An incredible experience front to back. However, let me break your heart. I did not think that, although I do call it a classic, I think it's undeniably a classic. I don't think it's a perfect album. I wouldn't give it 5 stars. More.
Nobody's saying that you had to say it was perfect. Nobody finna jump you for that. Nobody's gonna sit here like, bro, there's some duds on here. Like, ain't no what doubt about it. But the more I listen to this album ages like fine wine. There's no denying that at all. This album ages like fine motherfucking wine. I can't even say what my favorite song on this album is because it always changes every time I go back and listen to it. So yeah, this one of the ones for sure.
4.5 to me because it's a little long in the tooth, and I'm not even talking about the special edition. So not taking away from this album's greatness, but I don't think it's perfect. But what I do think, it is the best album of 2004, one of the last definitive classics in R&B's resume. And it's kind of a shame that we don't have more definitive classics in the past 20 years. R&B artists, step your game up, because we can't just get out of here with just Confessions. All right, that's it. 10 albums and a few honorable mentions.
All right, bro. Let's get on up out of here, bro. We went 40 minutes on this fucking video. But anyways, so that's just gonna about do it for this one, man. Most definitely, man. 2004 was a year, but nothing could come close to fucking Confessions. Nothing. You can't put nothing from 2004 up against Confessions. Anything Usher dropped in 04, nigga, you just wasting your time. You just wasted your time, bro. You really should have came out in 05 or 03. Because when Usher dropped Confessions, it was over for everybody, bro. But anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one. I will see you all in the next video. Till then, deuces.